Howdy folks, welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I have a gift request from the one and only MontaukEd in North Carolina. MontaukEd, a screen name. He grew up in Montauk, New York, and right up until what, Ed, 5 years ago or so? You lived in Montauk, so it's a beautiful life out there. But you made a gift to the channel for me to do Emily Ann Roberts' song, The Building. So thank you for the gift and the request. And Ed is giving a shout out to Texas-born native for planting the seed for this request. There it is. So I love that part of what you guys do when you'll be inspired to give to someone else or however that works. It's just a beautiful part of life to me. I just wish that humanity took on more of your qualities, Ed, like that. But I am thankful. I notice it. There's a lot of beauty in the world. You have to look for it. There's a lot of beauty in traditional country music, too. All right, guys. Emily Ann Roberts, The Building. I don't know this song.
I can't help but wonder if these floorboards creaked the same in 42. When my great-grandpa poured his heart and soul into preaching the good news. And these tattered old red hymn books have caught a tear or two. 'Cause it's hard to sing just as I am without the Spirit moving you. If those altars at the front could testify, I know they'd say it never once got old hearing a sinner call his name. I know the stained glass never saved a soul, and these pews ain't on the road that's called up yonder. I know the pulpit's just a wooden stand, but it's felt the power of God's hand as His glory filled the place with awe and wonder. I know it's just a building, plain and simple white, but it's the building where Jesus changed my life. It never claimed to be the biggest, nobody ever called it cool, but it's where my mama met my daddy at Vacation Bible School. It's been the picture-perfect dream of 1,000 glowing brides. It's heard the weeping as the loved ones laid to rest with sad goodbyes. And I know the stained glass never saved a soul, and these pews ain't on the road that's called up yonder. I know the pulpit's just a wooden stand, but it's felt the power of God's hand as His glory filled the place with awe and wonder. I know it's just a building, plain and simple white, but it's the building where Jesus changed my life. It's where I learned that Jesus hears my prayers, and He's walking with me everywhere. And no matter what I've done, I know I'm loved. I'm always loved. And I know it won't stand here forever, but I'll sure miss it when it's gone. And I'll be forever grateful to call that church my home. I know the stained glass never saved a soul, and these pews ain't on the road that's called up yonder. I know the pulpit's just a wooden stand, but it's felt the power of God's hand as His glory filled the place with awe and wonder. I know it's just a building, plain and simple white, but it's the my life.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts. Because I pay a lot of attention how people approach theology, how atheists attack it, and how some religionists or people who are, whether they're Christian or Jews or Muslim or what have you, approach their faith and all that stuff. But one of the themes that I'll see, let's say from the atheistic perspective, is that, religion has caused more wars than anything in mankind's history. And that's just manifestly false. Very few wars actually were started over a religion. It was either a land grab or a natural resource grab or a simply like, we don't like you grab. And in this song, and the reason I brought that up is because where she said, like, this is the place where I met Jesus and that, like, it changed my life. A lot of people's lives have been changed for the better. They may have gotten out of whatever they were into, and a lot of good, like St. Jude's Hospital. And so I'm not Catholic, but these hospitals that take care of people are beautiful, beautiful people doing beautiful work. A lot of good ideas even emanate from religion, like the idea of being kind, like the idea of trying to be forgiving. And it's an ongoing challenge in this world. It manifests differently in each one of us. So the notion, like when I hear somebody say, oh, that's not very Christian of you, I'm like, well, that doesn't have any meaning to me because Christians do horrible things. Christians do beautiful things. Jews do horrible things. Atheists do horrible things. Atheists do beautiful things. Human beings do both. No matter what your faith is, the idea is that you're trying. And that's what I see in this song too. It's a representation of, for her, a personal testimony of how this church, but really what the church represents, going back to her grandfather, that God changed her life. I really like that line. I don't know how you come up with that line, that I know these stained glass windows never saved anybody's life or something to that effect. And I'm like, that is a creative line. And that is really good because she's like, this is where it happened, but it's not because of the building that it happened, but it's where my parents met. It's where my grandfather preached. And she said, I know this won't stand forever. And my first thought was but it will probably outlast Emily Ann. And because buildings tend to do that unless there's a fire. Buildings kind of last longer than we humans. But regardless of that, that's a song that, of course, I'm not going to rate it. And whether right or wrong, I liked it. When it's a Sunday, it seems more appropriate, because that's when Christians typically worship if they go to church. Church attendance is dwindling, but I can relate to this in ways, even though my theology has changed over the years, and generally speaking, our ideas and our approach to our faith should change over the years, and because we should be thinking about it and trying to improve ourselves. And, there's no way at age 20 you have all the truth, so to speak. And there's no way at age 80 you have it. But the life, the contemplation of it, the thinking about it can make you a much more adept person in social interactions and just within yourself. But among my I was just talking with somebody yesterday, among my absolute deepest friends in life came from a ministry that I used to be part of. I'm not now, so to speak, but absolutely my deepest friendships. And we love and respect each other regardless of one another's beliefs or how this has changed or that's changed. We just love the person, period. And that's something that we learned. So, Ed, this is beautiful. Texas born native. This is beautiful. You inspired Ed to do this. Emily Ann was inspired to do this song. And it brings a lot. Believe me, I could go on for hours. I have another channel in which I talk a lot about theology. I talk about people's behavior. It's a different sort of channel. It's not a music reaction channel, though I do have some reactions on there, but they tend to be even songs like this, and I'll expound at greater length on the theological concepts embodied or incorporated within the songs and so on. But Ed, thank you again, my friend. I'm one state away from Kentucky. If I wanted to, I could be in Kentucky in about 40 minutes, maybe less, because I'm here in Nashville. So, anyhow, all right, guys, have a great day. There's a lot more coming on the channel. You'll see. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
They never claimed to be the biggest. Nobody ever called it cool, but it's where my mama met my daddy at Vacation Bible School.